Hello everyone! Today's video is going to be a little different from usual. I want to talk to you about why Incredibox Sprunki is an absolute disaster. Why is the Sprunki fandom just a pointlessly dumb fandom? Not long ago, I came across a video by a creator who claims there's nothing worse than Sprunki, and that the Sprunki fandom is utterly meaningless and has no redeeming qualities. I wanted to share this with you because his video is in Russian, and most of you probably won't watch or understand it. So, listen to his thoughts, and let me know in the comments whether you agree with him or not. I know I've got some Sprunki fans here, so go ahead and defend Sprunki in the comments. Let's dive in. He starts with a disclaimer. This video is made purely for entertainment purposes, and right after that, he immediately jumps into insulting Incredibox Sprunki. From here on, I'll be speaking on behalf of the creator. Since there are no decent videos on Russian YouTube about this trash heap, I'm going to explain everything to you now. Sprunki is basically a mod for Incredibox. The mod was made by this particular creator, though. Honestly, why would you even need to know that? The most interesting thing about it is that if you've played Incredibox, you'll understand how idiotic Sprunki is, because in Incredibox, you can just create music and make your own beats. It's the same thing in Sprunki. Nothing new, just recycling what already exists in Incredibox. So why did this whole fandom blow up, and what's the appeal? Well, it's simple. A bunch of 12-year-olds freaked out because there's supposedly a horror mode. Yeah, real scary. Is anyone seriously scared by that? Then people started making TikToks about the game and creating animations. It's all just horrible and lame. Now, why did it get so popular? Here's what I think. First, the concept itself is a bit intriguing. Second, I guess some people find it scary. And third, it's just one of those things where people want to feel unique. Like, hey, I'm not into mainstream stuff like FNAF or Poppy Playtime, I'm into this obscure fandom, that makes me cool. But does it really? Now, here's another reason I'm disappointed in the fandom, and I'll explain everything. If you keep copying ideas from others, stealing concepts, and doing what's already been done, the fandom can't evolve. Just like the people within it. The fandom itself could have been interesting because there are some cool animations. Actually, no, there aren't. And as for the fandom, well, we're done here because there's not much more to say. I'm not even going to dive into the lore. The lore isn't well developed, and I don't want to sit around like some theorist with a magnifying glass examining characters and trying to build theories around the plot. Am I an idiot? Sigh. And the animations? You'll probably throw tomatoes at me when you see me on the street if I show you those now. The conversation about Sprunki doesn't just end with a critique of the game or its fandom. It opens up a broader discussion about the very nature of what makes something worthy of attention and fandoms in general. Are people drawn to these obscure, small-scale games because they're genuinely compelling, or because they offer an identity, something that sets them apart from mainstream gamers? There's an undeniable psychological aspect to this phenomenon. People want to belong to a niche community because it makes them feel unique. However, when everyone starts flocking to the same niche games or mods, what was once unique becomes mainstream. Fandoms like Sprunki might initially attract those looking to stand out, but in the end, they fall into the same cycle of popularity as bigger games like FNAF. The identity of being different slowly fades as the community grows larger. And let's be real, some of these communities get so intense that they build entire identities around their favorite games. The lore, the fan theories, the fan art, it becomes this weird ecosystem where people create content for each other, often forgetting whether the original content was even good in the first place. The fans become the creators, and the original work becomes secondary. In Sprunki's case, the irony is that this mod isn't even that original. It's a spin-off of something that already exists, and yet people treat it like it's this revolutionary concept. But the question remains, why? Why are people willing to invest so much time into something like Sprunki when it doesn't offer anything groundbreaking or innovative? Maybe it's just the novelty of it being different from the mainstream, but when that's the only thing a fandom has going for it, is it really worth being a part of? Let's not even start on the art. The fan-made art often gets praised, but how much of it is really good? We've all seen the over-the-top fan animations or TikToks where it feels like the creators are trying too hard to add depth where there isn't any. This is one of those cases where the fandom ends up more ridiculous than the original content. When you look at the fan art for Sprunki, you have to wonder if people are genuinely invested or just jumping on a bandwagon to feel included. In the end, the conversation about Sprunki isn't just about the game. It's a reflection of a larger trend where fandoms take on lives of their own, often surpassing the original work in terms of creativity and passion. But that doesn't always mean it's a good thing. When a fandom is built on shaky ground, like an unoriginal mod of an existing game, it's bound to crumble under its own weight eventually. The world of Sprunki isn't just a random collection of characters or superficial stories, it's a complex and layered universe where every character's actions and backstory impact the overall narrative. The interplay between characters like Wenda and Black creates a sense of mystery and intrigue, drawing players deeper into the lore. Fans have long speculated on what drives these characters and how their actions ripple throughout the Sprunki world. One of the most compelling aspects of Sprunki is how it encourages fan involvement. Theories are constantly evolving, and new ideas surface all the time. This keeps the community actively engaged, debating what's truly going on in the universe. The ambiguity in the story leaves room for interpretation, which is why the lore remains exciting. There's always something new to discover or piece together. For example, the theory around Wenda possibly being the central figure behind some of the chaos is fascinating, but we still don't have a clear answer. Is she the one pulling the strings, or is Black manipulating events from behind the scenes? These types of questions are what make the story of Sprunki so captivating. The fact that fans are still uncovering new layers of the lore shows that this is more than just a simple mod. It's a universe filled with depth. The fan community plays a huge role in keeping Sprunki alive and thriving. From mods that enhance the gameplay experience to fan-made animations and even crossovers with other popular games like FNF, the creativity within this community is immense. These contributions aren't just small side projects, they're a vital part of why Sprunki continues to grow in popularity. Talented creators in the fandom produce high-quality content, and this only deepens the connection fans have to the Sprunki world. It's also important to acknowledge the passion and dedication of the fans. Without them, the Sprunki universe wouldn't have grown to what it is today. They actively contribute to the lore by offering theories, creating unique artwork, and developing mods that push the boundaries of what the game can be. They've created a thriving ecosystem where both veteran and new fans can find something to enjoy and discuss. In terms of future potential, Sprunki has a lot going for it. As the community continues to expand and talented creators continue to invest their time into building on the foundation of the game, it's clear that Sprunki is more than just a mod. It's a growing franchise. The constant influx of fan-generated content ensures that there's always something fresh for the community to engage with. Whether it's through theories that dig deeper into the lore, or animations that bring new dimensions to beloved characters, the Sprunki fandom isn't going anywhere. It has established itself as a space for creativity, collaboration, and storytelling. And with all these factors in play, there's no doubt that Sprunki's future looks bright. So rather than dismissing it as lame or pointless, it's worth recognizing the passion and effort that goes into building a vibrant community around Sprunki.